Tacoma Public Utilities has some tips for managing your utility bill.
The Diversity Film Festival is right around the corner.
And the new edition of EnviroTalk has helpful hints we can all use.
All that and more coming up next on Tacoma Report. Hello, and welcome to this edition of Tacoma Report. I'm Laura Proctor.
And I'm Angie Foster. Tacoma Mayor Victoria Woodards will host the 2018 State of the City Address on Wednesday, April 11th at 6 p.m. in the Lincoln High School Auditorium. During this free community event, Mayor Woodards will speak on the theme, Our Tacoma, Our City, Our Success, and will also reflect on her first 100 days in office. Those interested in attending the event are encouraged to register by Friday, April 6th at 3 p.m. at cityoftacoma.org/State of the City. Due to space limitations, seats are available on a first-come, first-served basis. The State of the City will also be broadcast live right here on TV Tacoma.
The City of Tacoma recently hosted a free community event called the T-Town Play, Explore, Learn City Services Expo at the Tacoma Dome. It's part of an ongoing effort to raise community awareness about all of the services available through the City of Tacoma. Maria Lee has this report.
Community members, mostly families, fill the Tacoma Dome for the T-Town Play, Explore, Learn City Services Expo.
I'm a Tacoma native. We've been here our whole lives. We've been raising our family here over on Cheney Stadium area. When we came to this event, we got an email from Victoria Woodard, the mayor of Tacoma, and we had personally met her a couple of times, and so we knew this would be a wonderful community event, so we wanted to come out here and give support. And also, Rosa was having her 4th birthday, and we just wanted to come out and have some fun.
I'm kind of a lifelong resident. I grew up in Tacoma. I lived in Seattle for a few years, and I've been down in Tacoma for almost 3 years again. We saw the cranes outside. Some of the kids were a little not quite sure. I'm here with my sister, and there's 5 kids between the 2 of us. We want to go honk the horns and walk around. We're here basically for the kids to walk around and have some fun.
I'm a Tacoma resident. I've lived here for 4 years, and I moved here from Wyoming to work at UW Tacoma. We originally moved to the Hilltop neighborhood, but we live in the east side now. In 2016, I just saw this advertised in the Tacoma Weekly News calendar, and it sounded like a great time to bring the kids and check out all of the cool things that they were advertising, and we had a great time that year, so I've been looking forward to the next one.
If you happen to find yourself in an automobile accident that requires us to extricate you out, meaning that we're going to use tools on your car, there's a couple things you need to realize.
While community members learn through fun, interactive play how city government works, city staff used the event as yet another opportunity to learn what Tacoma cares about.
We started this event, it was kind of its inaugural event 2 years ago, and it was a great success. We had a lot of residents came out, over 2,000 residents came, and so we thought, well, let's do that again. We had, really the purpose of the event is to provide an opportunity for residents to get up close and personal with the city services and the services that we provide, as well as provide an opportunity for residents to provide feedback on the services that we do provide and prioritize and help us determine where we need to allocate our resources in the future.
All in all, this year's event was another success. For Tacoma Report, I'm Maria Lee.
If you missed that event but would still like to share ideas and feedback about how the city should utilize its resources, you can send a message on Facebook or Twitter.
Results from the City of Tacoma's community survey conducted in January are now available. Overall, community members had a positive impression on the quality of life in Tacoma, with 76% rating it excellent or good, and 84% also indicated that they were either somewhat satisfied or very satisfied with city services. More information on the City of Tacoma's community-informed goals and data-driven decision-making is available on the Results 253 web portal. The AARP is offering a program which will provide free tax assistance to seniors and low-income individuals and their families. It will take place on Wednesdays through April 11th at the Moore branch of Tacoma Public Library from noon to 3 p.m. And assistance is provided on first-come basis. Spots do fill up quickly, so make sure you bring a government-issued ID, your Social Security card, all relevant tax documents, and if possible, last year's tax return. For more information, go to tacomapubliclibrary.org. Tacoma Power is proud of its park system.
When we come back from the break, we'll talk with Pam Heffley about how you go about reserving a great camping spot. Stay with us. With spring upon us, many people are excited to get back into the outdoors for some camping, fishing, and other recreational activities. What better place to go than Tacoma Power's parks? Joining us to tell us about them today is Tacoma Power's Wildlife and Recreation Coordinator, Pam Heffley. Good morning, Pam. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here. So, Pam, tell us a little bit about Tacoma Power's parks and what they have to offer.
Tacoma Power has 4 parks, which include campgrounds and day use areas. And these are associated with our hydroelectric projects that create clean, renewable electricity for the city of Tacoma. Our parks are Alder Lake Park in Pierce County and Mayfield Lake Park, Mossy Rock Park, and Tacoma Park in Lewis County. They're not far away. Alder Lake Park is just under an hour away.
Great. So you mentioned where the parks are located. Tell us what they're like.
They each have their own flavor. Alder Lake Park is wooded. It's right on Alder Lake, which water sports are allowed. There are 3 different camp loops to choose from in the main campground, and 1 4 miles away. There are 2 day use areas, 2 boat launches. Mayfield Lake Park is on Mayfield Lake and has waterfront sites that are very popular. They're right on the water. There's also the day use area and boat launch, and that's our smallest park. Mossy Rock Park has more of an open concept. It has more grassy areas, and that's a great family park. We are working on a new swim area there and improved boat launch. We have a new lower water level of Rife Lake. Tacoma Park is our most wooded park, and it has about the same number of campsites as the other 2 larger parks, but just a great family place and lots of different sites to choose from.
Sounds exciting. So a lot of those activities tend to be things we like to do during the summer months. It's still early spring. What if we don't necessarily want to reserve a campsite and just want to spend the day along one of these lakes?
These beautiful reservoirs are still available for day use, so you don't have to make a reservation for a campsite. You can pack a picnic lunch and come for a swim. All the day use areas are open almost year round. We do charge an entry fee, but only on summer weekends and holidays.
And so you mentioned you charge a fee. What is the charge for just the day use?
The day use only is charged on summer weekends and holidays. The rest of the time, it is free to come in and enjoy these beautiful places with your family and friends.
Nice, nice. So they're all operational by Tacoma Power staff?
Yes, we have park supervisors and seasonal employees and volunteer hosts that all work together to make the parks meticulously maintained and fantastic customer service.
Nice. Well, Pam, I really appreciate you being on the show today and, sharing the information about the parks and what they have to offer. And hopefully our viewers will have an opportunity to go out and enjoy some of these beautiful parks. And we hope you come back on the show again.
It was a pleasure to share about Tacoma Power's parks today. Folks can get more information and make reservations at tacomapower.com/parks.
Thanks, Pam. We appreciate you being here. When we come back from the break, we'll get a preview of the South Sound Sustainability Expo. Stay with us.
Making its way to customer homes in early April is the Environmental Services quarterly newsletter, EnviroTalk. Get a sneak peek of the Spring-Summer edition available to view online now. This edition features sustainable paving options, tips on getting your irrigation system ready for warmer weather, and a recipe using fresh from the market ingredients. Also check out the feature on reducing contamination in your recycling. To view this and more, visit the EnviroTalk webpage and get a first look today. Back again in 2018 is the South Sound Sustainability Expo. Stacy Ellifrit has more on this event that strives to celebrate everyday sustainability.
A popular event is once again showcasing sustainable living options that the community can get excited about.
This is our 11th year doing the South Sound Sustainability Expo. Really, this is just our opportunity to come together as a community and celebrate environmental sustainability.
New participants or even seasoned event goers can look forward to some new and exciting workshops and activities.
We do have more workshops this year too. One interesting one I am going to visit is going to be the Mindful Environmentalism workshop, and we're going to have one on urban gardening. One thing that I'm really excited for this year is our electric bike ride and drive down in Tacoma Plaza. So what we're going to do is have several electric bike vendors there where people can check them out and ride them down the Prairie Line Trail.
Residents are encouraged to bring the whole family and learn about and experience sustainable options firsthand.
This year what we're doing is expanding the Kids Corner for our family-friendly activities. We're also including a reading area. So we have a local author who will read her book about environmentalism every 30 minutes for the kids, and then they will receive a scavenger hunt where they can go around the whole entire expo and basically collect tidbits of information, and once they're done they receive a prize.
Many organizations will be present to talk about their efforts to make our community a healthier place, and event goers can start their sustainable practices even while traveling to the expo.
We are encouraging all of our attendees to use public transportation to come to the expo. So I definitely suggest that they go to Pierce Transit's website and to plan their trip. They're going to also take the link from downtown to the convention center for free.
Celebrate, connect, and cultivate everyday sustainability by attending this free event on Saturday, April 14th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Greater Tacoma Convention Center and Tolofson Plaza.
Please bring your friends and family and start your own sustainable journey and include them in it. We would really, really love that.
For Tacoma Report, I'm Stacy Ellifrit.
For more information, including a schedule of workshops and other activities, visit the Expo website.
The new springtime edition of Urban Green is playing now on TV Tacoma. The show will open up with a look at reducing contamination in your recycling. A cooking demonstration will feature a fresh frittata, and the show will visit a new educational space that feels connected to the forest and the zoo. Urban Green will then close out with a how-to on getting your sprinkler system in order just in time for spring. For a listing of air dates, visit the city site. The Tacoma Rainiers will open their regular season at home on April 5th. This season, the Rainiers and the city's Environmental Services Department are encouraging fans to recycle at the stadium and at home. City staff will be available at 3 games throughout the season to talk with fans about programs and services. The first of these Environmental Services nights is at the April 22nd game. To view the full Rainier schedule, visit them online. There's still more to come on Tacoma Report.
After this quick break, we'll find out what Tacoma Public Utilities is doing to help customers manage their utility bills.
And we'll preview the upcoming Daffodil Festival. Don't go away.
For helping Tacoma's minority business community dream bigger and achieve more, the City of Tacoma's Minority Business Development Agency Business Center has been named Public Agency of the Year. This award was given by the Northwest Mountain Minority Supplier Development Council.
I am so excited to accept this award on behalf of the City of Tacoma. As you may know, we're the only MBDA center that's operated by a city, which happens to be City of Tacoma. And this allows us more flexibility in offering high quality technical assistance to those minority firms that need assistance to help them grow. So we want them to come visit us. We're located here on the 8th floor.
More information about the city's MBDA Business Center is available at mbda-tacoma.com.
For some people, paying utility bills can be a challenge, especially during the colder winter months if they have electric heating. Tacoma Public Utilities can help you better manage your bill year-round and add more certainty to how much you have to pay each month. John Phillips has more.
Home heating can usually account for the biggest portion of your wintertime utility bills. For some people, budgeting to pay for power during those peak months when it takes more electricity to stay cozy is a big challenge.
Now serving A746.
By spring, some customers turn to Tacoma Public Utilities for help.
We never want to disconnect if there's not a reason to. So we do encourage people that as soon as they get their billing, that they contact us to make an arrangement or have us review the account with them and see what we can do.
They have another program that might be of assistance to you.
Even if a customer is not struggling, an easy way to reduce the impact of your bill is by enrolling in the budget billing program.
Instead of having a fluctuating bill, higher in the wintertime, typically less in the summertime, throughout the year, again, you would be paying that same amount.
With budget billing, those higher winter bills are averaged out with the rest of the year, based on your last 12 months of billings. While your summer bills may end up being a bit higher, the winter billing will be lower and more manageable. That rate is adjusted upward or downward for the next year if your actual usage changes.
It's definitely been very helpful because, again, people are able to know what they're paying, and that does qualify for both the winter and the summertime, so you're paying that set amount throughout the year.
Budget billing can also be applied to your water bill, which is typically higher in the warmer months of the year.
Any residential account that has a power and or water service with us, and if you've been in your home for at least 12 months, we do encourage you to at least find out more information about budget billing because, again, it's very convenient, it's very flexible.
Budget billing can offer some relief, but using less power and water can really boost your savings. On the power side, consider lowering room thermostats, turning off lights when unneeded, cleaning heating system filters, turning down the refrigerator thermostat to 38 degrees, and using power-saving features on your large appliances. For Tacoma Report, I'm John Phillips.
You can find out more about budget billing at mytpu.org/budget billing. You can also call or drop by the Tacoma Public Utilities lobby at 3628 South 35th Street in Tacoma.
The city's Community and Economic Development staff recently attended the Zodiac Supper Club's grand reopening event at its new location in the Hilltop neighborhood. They also took some time to share information about financial assistance available to small businesses in Tacoma.
I want to give a huge congratulations to Zodiac. It's amazing to be able to see they've worked so hard to reopen, a lot of sweat and tears and hard work and late hours. So congratulations, you guys. We are so glad we were able to help you. We wanted this to be more about Zodiac, but we also wanted an opportunity to let all the businesses know about the City of Tacoma and the Tacoma Community Redevelopment Authority. So this is our public development authority arm. We do have some small business loan programs that are available.
The programs offer low-interest financing for small businesses looking to establish and grow in Tacoma. Only small businesses located within Tacoma city limits are eligible. Detailed information about the city's small business revolving loan fund program, as well as application assistance, is available through the City of Tacoma. In just a few weeks, it will be time for the 8th annual Tacoma Community College Diversity Film Festival.
And once again, it will be held at the Grand Cinema. 6 films will be featured this year, all dealing with subject matters that affect society, and were produced with the hope that they would get the public talking about these issues.
I think film as a discipline, an academic discipline, and just as a medium is something that appeals to a lot of people. It's a good way to deal, like I said, to share these underrepresented points of views and voices, but it's also a way that we can kind of touch on if something's controversial, and it's packaged in a familiar way as opposed to a lecture that can get more, people sometimes don't want to go there. We're talking about defining diversity, and which is hard. We've struggled. We want films that are made by filmmakers that are sort of outside the mainstream, that represent marginalized people, that different voices. But we also run into this problem of there's a lot of documentaries that speak to that. But we don't, this is not a documentary film festival. And there's also the problem with a lot of international films obviously speak to that, but this is not an international film festival. So we always try to have a balance between, maybe one or two foreign films. For our audience, we don't want to overdo the subtitle stuff. This year was sort of the first year that we, as a committee, determined let's come up with a theme, and it was defining America.
In addition to these showings, which begin on April 15th and run through May 2nd, there will also be discussions after many of the films where audience members can give their input on these topics. For more information, go to the Grand Cinema's website. And finally, one sure sign of spring is the annual Daffodil Festival. Through the middle of April, some big events are happening in communities throughout the area. It all starts off with the Grand Floral Parade on April 7th, which begins in Tacoma, then travels to Puyallup, Sumner, and Ording. On the following Saturday, April 14th, the fun heads to the Proctor District for the Junior Daffodil Parade. This non-motorized parade is a family favorite with plenty of smiles from both the kids marching in the parade and those who line the streets cheering them on. TV Tacoma will be on hand to tape the Junior Daffodil Parade and show it at a later date. And on Sunday, April 15th, it's the Daffodil Marine Parade along the Ruston Way waterfront. Some very uniquely decorated boats make their way from the Tacoma Yacht Club down into the Thea Foss Waterway. You can find out more information about all of the events by going to the Daffodil Festival website.
That's all the time we have for this edition of Tacoma Reports.
A great way to find out about the services the City of Tacoma has to offer is by going to cityoftacoma.org. Until next time, I'm Laura Proctor.
And I'm Angie Foster. Thanks for watching.